Welcome back to Top Hat Gaming YouTube. It's your boy Yung Taz. Welcome back to the Thoughts of Yung Taz. Now, Yung Taz, didn't you wear that last week? I know y'all seen last week's videos. Didn't you wear that last week? Yes, I did. I'm wearing it again because today's topic is about Pokemon. But not just any Pokemon. Legendary Pokemon. I have my list of the top 5, my top 5 legendary Pokemon and what they mean to me and why they have put an impact on me. So with Pokemon, that's literally one of the greatest franchises, video game, show, movie-wise, ever to be made. Definitely a phenomenon. With Pokemon, it's so fun, whether if it's the game or if you're watching the show. It's fun, it's lighthearted, you know. It's meant for you to have a good time. And I always have a good time when it comes to discussing Pokemon or debating about who's better, you know, or debating about why this Pokemon is my favorite. Blastoise is the best, I'm just saying. So today, I have my top 5 legendary Pokemon. Starting at number 5. I'm gonna be 25. I'm gonna be 25 on Thursday, guys. I'm gonna be 25 in a few days, and I still don't know how to pronounce the Pokemon name. But I'm gonna say it anyway. Number 5. At number 5, my top favorite legendary Pokemon is Lugia. With Lugia, it is Psychic and Flying, found in the Johto region. Also known as the Guardian of the Seas, hence why Lugia, you know, can do water moves and ice moves and things like that. It can learn different types of moves, whether if it's water moves, dragon moves, normal, psychic, and ice. With Lugia, it's a very kind Pokemon. With Lugia, I would look at it as more of a protector, but very kind-hearted. You know, and is very. I wouldn't say the word I'm looking for is not mutual for Lugia, but more of a peaceful Pokemon. All it wants is peace. It's kind and caring, and with Lugia, it's more of a defensive Pokemon. So when you look at its stats, it basically is based on defensive stats. Where it kind of lacks in special attack and attack, it picks up more in defense and special defense. Lugia was introduced to me in Crystal and Gold, Pokemon Gold. And that's why I like the move Hydro Pump to this day. Like Lugia will take your ass out if it needs to. No joke. Lugia is very dope. Number 4. My number 4 top 5 legendary Pokemon is none other than Mewtwo. Mewtwo's not number 2 or number 1. Nope. Mewtwo definitely is in the top 5. With Mewtwo, it is a clone of Mew. It's extreme. Well, in the movies, it was described as a guy. So he's extremely intelligent, and he is the psychic type, and he can learn normal moves as well. Found in the Johto region and in the Cerulean Cave. He was created by Team Rocket HQ headquarters, and he was created by Dr. Fuji as a research project for his daughter Amber, who, if I'm correct, is deceased. He was Amber's companion, because I remember watching the movie as a kid that he was a companion of Amber. He has vivid memories of her. But while young and innocent and kind, it was other clones, like it was Blastoise. It was a clone of Blastoise. It was a clone of Charizard, a clone of Venusaur, a clone of Amber. He noticed that the experiments, they died sometime out. And he was wondering, like, why was this happening? Why was this happening? And they would always do tests on him. They would run tests on him. Because he can do telekinesis as well, where he could read minds, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm just saying. With Mewtwo, as he got older, he noticed how all of the other clones did not survive. And he was confused over his origin. He wanted to know where he was from. He knows where he's from. And he realized that he was just an experiment from Team Rocket, and he attacked all of them, and he did express his hate for humans. He legit did express his hate for humans, as y'all seen what he did to Ash. Real man tears right now, man. You have to do my boy Ash like that. But he did express his hate for humans because he felt like they were all vile creatures. Like, you shouldn't treat, you know, me like that. You shouldn't put me under that mini test. You shouldn't clone me. If I don't survive, you shouldn't. If I'm not survivable, you shouldn't kill me off. Like, basically how he was feeling was, you shouldn't torture us Pokemon. And that was basically his point. That's the point he was trying to get across. But when he seen how courageous Ash and Brock and Misty and everyone was, you know, he did have a change of heart. He is still ruthless because he will kick your ass if need be. Mewtwo is probably, if not, the strongest Pokemon in all of the Pokemon universe. I can honestly say that. And he can talk. That's pretty cool. I think they all can talk, but it's Mewtwo. He's pretty damn awesome. How Mewtwo was introduced to me. He was introduced to me in the Pokemon movie, and of course, when there was that frenzy about Mew and Mewtwo. Oh my gosh, do you have the Mewtwo card? Do you have the Mew card? Did you find Mewtwo in the game? Did you find Mew in the game? I actually did find Mew in the game. I did not. Did I find Mewtwo? I did not find Mewtwo. I did end up finding Mew once. We're not gonna talk about that. I took out Mew, and I was very mad about that. I was trying to catch her, or it, and Blastoise was a little too strong. That's another story for another time. But that's how he was introduced to me, especially in the Pokemon movie. He shows great character development, great backstory. You know, he expresses his hate for humans, but then realizes that not everybody's like that, and it's just bitch ass Team Rocket. To be honest, I mean, who likes Team Rocket? No one likes Team Rocket. So yes, that was my number 4 legendary Pokemon. At number 3 is none other than Articuno, the Ice Bird. I call him the Ice Bird, don't judge me. With Articuno, it's an ice Pokemon found in the Seafoam Islands. Yes, I found Articuno. That was pretty cool. Wings, they say his wings are to be made of ice. He can learn ice and normal, flying, and psychic moves as well. He's also found in the Kanto region. Personally, I enjoyed Articuno because when I caught Articuno, who did I have when I caught Articuno? I had Charizard, so he wasn't too hard to beat. But he's going to give you a fight. He's going to give you a fight. I didn't want to use Charizard because my Charizard was around the same level as Articuno. When you find Articuno, you find him at level 75 in Fire Red. When I found Articuno, my Charizard was like a 67. But one hit took Articuno out. You know how many times I had to like cut off my game without saving and restart? Because my Charizard was too OP for him. You know what I'm saying? So with Articuno, I enjoyed catching him, despite having to restart the game so many times, and I enjoyed making him one of my strongest Pokemon. Because of Articuno, I was able to catch Moltres. With Articuno, he doesn't go down without a fight. He's gonna let it be known, I'm gonna fight you. Because you being hostile, I don't need and I don't like all of that. So you gonna have to one up right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like what you're doing, my boy. That's Articuno. He ain't got time for all that. You want to scrap, he's gonna scrap. But if you do beat him, he will acknowledge that. And you know, he's a very peaceful Pokemon. He's very graceful, he's very peaceful. And he's also the first of the 3 legendary birds. And he was introduced to me in the card game. One of my buddies had an Articuno card, and I thought he was cool. I think he had all 3. He had Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos. And I thought all the 3 legendary birds were pretty cool. I would like to see more of them. And I did like Articuno. Like, Articuno he wasn't too hard. The water Pokemon, they're not hard to train for me. The hardest Pokemon to train are the fire Pokemon because water can take them out. They're not really good against rock or ground Pokemon either. So I had a harder time, you know, training. My hardest time was probably training Charizard, but that'll be for another time. But with Articuno, he was pretty easy to train, you know, and I enjoyed it. Like, now I want to buy Pokemon so I can catch Articuno again. That was pretty dope. At my number 2 spot, and I've always liked him, and I'm going to be pretty petty, but as a kid, we go off of things that we think look cool. Rayquaza. I thought Rayquaza was so dope. Just the way he looked and the way he was about it. He was about that life, as I like to put it. With Rayquaza, he is a dragon Pokemon and a flying Pokemon. Dragon and flying Pokemon. He is a part of the Weather Trio with Kyogre and Groudon. Groudon would have made it on my list, but he is also another personal favorite of mine. Groudon, Groudon to put that work on you. He is more peaceful of the three, as he tries to keep Kyogre and Groudon from attacking each other. But in my opinion, he's the strongest of the three, just with the simple fact he's the trio's master. You know, and also he's very reliable when it comes. He relies on his. I can't speak today. One take though. He heavily relies on his attack and special attack. He lacks in defense, but as you can see, he hardly needs it. He relies on his attack and special attack. What I like about Rayquaza is his movesets mainly consist of dragon and normal moves, but he can also learn fire moves, he can learn ice moves, and he can learn electric moves. When I played as Rayquaza on Friends, Pokemon games, when they let me play, I relied heavily on his electric moves. And see, that's what people fail to realize about Rayquaza. You're like, yeah, you can do like flying and you can do dragon moves, but his electric moves are way more powerful than you think. And that's what made me like him. And I think I do have a thing for electric Pokemon. I know I love water Pokemon and electric Pokemon alike. Or not alike, but a lot. I like both of those types of Pokemon a lot. So speaking of electric Pokemon, this goes to my number one. My number one legendary Pokemon of all time. My number one legendary Pokemon. Zapdos. That's right. Zapdos is that dude. Zapdos is an electric and flying Pokemon, for he is one of the three legendary birds with Moltres and Articuno. He is found in the Kanto region as well, but he's found at the power plant. I think he's found at the power plant before you go to... Yeah, I found him when I found Zapdos. I found him before going to Victory Road in the power plant. He specializes in special attack, while the other stats are pretty much equal. So that's necessarily not a bad thing with Zapdos. His special attack, like this is the meters. His special attacks here, where his attack, defense, and special moves are pretty much the same. But that special attack, he relies on that a lot. But I say he's pretty much an all-around great legendary Pokemon. He mainly has electric and flying moves, but he can also learn normal and fire type moves. Now, with Zapdos, he's always been a personal favorite of mine. He was introduced to me in the card game, and if I'm correct, I think I did have a Zapdos card. I did. With Zapdos, my experience was, I remember going in that power plant, and I was like, okay, so it won't let me out. Why? And you know, when I walked up, I just seen this bird, and then it said Zapdos. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Zapdos. Oh, goddamn. And all I know was, I literally spent I spent days trying to catch Zapdos. Headache upon headache upon headache upon headache. Because every time I would try to catch Zapdos, he would make me run out of Ultra Balls, or he would die from an attack. And it used to piss me off. I would have to turn off the whole game without saving, fly all around the region again to get back to that power plant before you get to Victory Road and do it all over again. I spent probably 3 days trying to catch Zapdos, but when I did, Zapdos was an asshole. He did not like me, and I was a good trainer because I had Moltres. I think I caught Articuno first, and then I caught Moltres. But when I caught Zapdos, he was not having it. I named him ZJ. So ZJ, he was not having it. He was like, I'm not having it. I don't care what you're doing. No, I'm not gonna do that move. Like he was a pain. But when he actually, started to listen, and I started putting in that work, man, he was one hit, critical hit, everything. Zapdos was one of the best experiences, along with Blastoise, that I've had in Pokemon in my years of playing Pokemon. He is definitely my favorite legendary Pokemon, and to be honest, that's not going to change. With Zapdos, he also looks the coolest, I'm just saying. That was my top 5 list of legendary Pokemon that I think are my top 5 favorite. This Top Hat Gaming, that's right, with 2 P's. Make sure you guys like, favorite, subscribe. When you subscribe, hit the bell. You get notifications on when we drop new content. But hold on, don't click off the video yet. We also have 2 other channels. We have Team THG Picks, where we have discussions about different topics. We have challenges. We have debates, And we even do skits. That's right, we do skits now. Also, we have Team THG Pick, well, not picks, but Team THG Vlogs. That is our newest channel, where we take you into the lives of the Top Hat Gaming and myself, THG Key, OTP, even Shy Shy, and our newest little member of Team THG, Cheeky, and my fat cats. Yes, my fat ass cats. And we just take you into our everyday lives because it get pretty crazy over there. It get pretty crazy. But again, this is your boy Yung Taz. That was my top 5 favorite legendary Pokemon, and this has been the thoughts of Yung Taz.